You woke up and you chose violence when you said, quote, honey, that's not cortisol face, that's calorie face.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, totally. I think that, one, I think there's a pervasive industry of women lying to other women in fitness.
Yes.
And I think that because I was a victim of men lying to men, like I used to believe that if I did Jay Cutler's barn door back workout in Muscle and Fitness, I would look like Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like 5 years of training I realized all of these guys are omitting telling me that they're on performance enhancing drugs.
Large amounts.
Massive amounts. And I've bought into it. And I see a lot of this cortisol stuff coming from women marketing to other women.
Correct.
And I find that to be quite nefarious and it bothers me. But I also think like if you really understand cortisol physiology, if you really study how the hormone works, it is not an anabolic hormone. It is a catabolic hormone. Mm-hmm. Too much cortisol will increase your appetite, but it will not make you fat independent of you eating more. Mm-hmm. And I think that every single human being would love to identify a, singular villain for their health problems or their weight problems. But the likelihood it's cortisol is almost zero, and the likelihood that it's calories for most people is very high. Mm-hmm. And if you feel like you are swollen and puffy and inflamed from cortisol, I would argue you might be swollen, puffy, and inflamed from body fat. And if you don't believe me, get in a deficit for 2 weeks, because a deficit, in theory, would raise your cortisol, given that it is a stressor. But I bet your puffiness goes down. And I do find it to be really agitating because women have a greater hormonal milieu to navigate because of menstruation and because of their physiology, that we're just throwing a new hormone in there for them to stress about. That frankly is a diversionary, if you didn't worry about your cortisol and you worried about your calories, all the fucking problems you ascribe to cortisol will go away. I'm almost positive. And if you don't believe me, why is it the case that a cortisol blocking drug was not the solution to obesity and inflammation, but it was a drug that made you fucking stop eating?
Yes.
And so, yes, again, very violent, very, very aggressive, but
I see the anger, but it's passionate.
There
which
is
good.
a passion in me that comes out because I know that baked into this assumption was a woman who was lied to by someone else who was probably a woman looking to make money off her ass. Yes. And I hate that.
Yeah.
Because in all likelihood, the number one way to regulate your cortisol is with good diet and exercise, not a supplement. Mm-hmm. And behind every single one of these cortisols making you fat pieces of content is a cortisol adjusting supplement. Mm-hmm. And that one turns me off.
Yeah, among many others. But I love the passion. It's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you. It's like, if you're not getting upset about it, I think there's a problem.
I think so too.
Now, younger me definitely ascribed lying to the vast majority of people as I've gotten older, and I see a lot of these posts around cortisol or insulin or whatever it is. I've started to believe the vast majority of them, the people promoting it, they believe it.
I think that is true.
I don't think that they're maliciously lying. I think they've been misled by other people who've either misinterpreted research, and or there are some people at the very top who willingly know and are willingly lying. But I think the vast majority of people who are promoting this stuff they truly believe it.
I agree.
Which is an issue in and of itself. But I do think that understanding that most people are not deliberately going out and lying. The issue, however, this is sort of steel man in my own argument. When presented with research and science showing them what they're saying is wrong, they block you.
That's your chance, right?
That's
if I'm going to take the burden on of assuming good intent.
Yes.
In a situation where I know you're an internet marketer.
Yep.
I know you've chosen to do internet marketing related to the way women appear.
Yep.
I know you've chosen to do that through supplements. Forgive me for fucking not trusting you. I'm sorry. But last time I fucking checked, people who went out of their way to sell supplements to women are fucking terrible.
Yep.
And they're doing it to make money.
Yep.
They're not doing it because they care about women.
Correct.
I really respect that you can lead with this assumption of purity. And I believe that this person is simply misinformed, and that if I come to them with facts about how cortisol really influences their weight, they may change. Mm-hmm. This influencer, this creator. To your point, if they respond by blocking you, it's because you're getting in the way of them making money.
Correct. That's exactly
And that is
right.
not somebody who I will give the benefit of the doubt to
Right.
any longer. I also dislike tremendously when people play stupid.
Yes.
Don't act like you didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I fucking know you knew. And like the way I know you knew is because you got a pharmacological cocktail brewing in you that requires an understanding of physiology that is not rudimentary.
Correct.
You're not dumb. You're playing dumb to make money. That I hate.
Agreed.
And I guess I need to be more like you in that I should assume purity, but I've tested the purity and had it come back negative too many times.
Yes, exactly right. And the truth of the matter is, intent matters, obviously, but if you're still promoting this stuff and knowing it, whether you know it or not that it's wrong, it's still an issue. You kill someone voluntarily or involuntarily, you still killed someone. Voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, you're still going to prison, but the sentence might be different based on whether it was deemed that you
100%.
tried to do it or not. So even if you are unknowingly doing it, it's still a big fucking problem,
Yes.
which means when you have people going out of their way to say, hey, what you're saying is wrong, this is why I think for me, it's not just about saying the truth, it's also about the delivery method of the truth.
Totally.
And so like, maybe it's what I've convinced myself where it's like, hey, I think they're coming from a good place. Let me try and have a really respectful conversation with them, because we know that shaming and guilting people in
Totally.
fitness leads to horrible outcomes. Shaming and guilting people who are of opposing views from us is going to have a horrible outcome.
I see it all the time. I see
Yes.
there are two unique sections of the fitness industry right now,
Yes.
maybe more than two.
Two
But there-
big ones.
There do exist inside of fitness some ideological camps that skew gently left and gently right.
Yep.
And they're talking about the same things.
Yep.
I have noticed that they go after each other in perpetuity.
All the time.
In the form of criticism content, critique content. It's not making anybody healthier.
Nope.
And I would love for when somebody's like, who's Paul Saladino? He's fucking wrong about seed oils. Paul Saladino has only doubled down on
Yes.
these takes.
Yes.
And there is a degree to which when some people feel challenged, they actually reject the challenge and they double down on the
Yes.
bad idea. And that I think happens way more than we
Yes.
break through. And so I feel like it's created a really polarized fitness space.
Yep.
And people are afraid to admit that they were wrong.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be wrong. And like, how wrong have all of us been up until this point? Like, we've learned so much from these GLPs
Yeah.
alone that
Yes.
we had clearly misunderstood about weight loss. So
Yes.
I could be way better about acknowledging when I'm wrong. That's probably another one of those things where you're like, hey, what's something that people probably assume that I hate to be wrong? They're probably right about that one. And I think like there have been times where somebody has DM'd me and said, hey, the way you said that was really callous and it hurt my feelings. And I read that and my initial reaction is, oh, you pussy, come on. But I'm like, no. Take that in,
Yep.
hear that, and it stings, and just own it until it goes away.
Yeah.
Just let it sting. It's okay. You hurt that one person's feelings and you can feel sad about that.
Yep.
And you were wrong. Your commenter told you were wrong and it hurt because they're a little bit right.
Yeah.
It can happen. You can take it, but it is very difficult.
Yeah.